Hey! Happy Black Friday, everybody. Yeah, and for those of you working in retail today, watching this sometime later, sucks to be you. Not intending to be offensive on that one, but let's be honest, it does. It really does. Ooh. I've got friends that work in retail and have worked in retail, and that's not the one you want, not on Black Friday. Oh, jeez. So it's a little past 4 right now. Do this up. Start uploading, get a shower in, and hit the FLGS. See if we can draft tonight. Supposedly there's going to be a draft tonight. Don't know if we actually will. I mean, it's Black Friday. I don't know how many of the guys are going to end up showing up. I want to get going as early as I can because it's Black Friday. I'm expecting traffic to be hell. So, drafted twice last week, as you can tell. Got all the cards all nice and snazzily laid out here. So, draw a little divider line right here. Here's first draft. Okay, let's see what we got in here. 21. And there's a couple of cards missing out of this stack. Let's get into the phone, find the gallery, track down the picture. Excuse me. Hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving, by the way. To the very small number of people outside of the United States, yeah, yesterday was a holiday. You know how us Americans celebrate holiday? Overeating. Oh, jeez. Let's see if we can't, is this it? Yeah, I think this is it. Alrighty. So apparently, in addition to what you see here, I also had an Angelic Overseer and a Rune Catcher's Pike. Yeah, and I kicked the Pike into the prize pool because I didn't care about that either. Hold on a second, I'll put the camera down. Oh, wait, no. Hold on. I'm not even sure if I actually had any rares in this deck. In fact, I don't think I did. I think maybe that picture's from last week. Is there metadata on this picture here? More details. Blah, blah, blah. Taken November 5th. Yeah, that's from my other week. Okay, so this deck didn't have any rares in it, apparently. I'm counting up 21 cards in it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So I must have had 2 more cards in here. That's going to drive me nuts. That's seriously going to drive me nuts now. That was probably in it. Alright, well, let's go over what I've got here anyway. And, hopefully I can force this thing to make a little more sense. So, ended up going black-white. Evasive creatures, I've got a pair of vampire interlopers, a chapelgeist, voiceless spirit, all nice. 2 Mark of Patricians, they came in handy. Abattoir Ghoul, I'm not even sure if I ever actually drew him, to be honest. Got some control over here. I've got an Abyssinian Priest, Tribute to Hunger, 2 Deadweights, a Blazing Torch. Cloistered Youth is just a solid card. Selfless Cathar is a halfway decent filler card. Let's be honest, it's not a card that you go out of your way to pick up. Spectral Rider, he's another evasive creature. Got a Skeletal Grimace here, trying to make the best of some of my creatures. Unburial Rites, hey, you know what? It's a black card with a white flashback cost. It fits. Over here I've got a Butcher's Cleaver. I only have a couple of humans in the deck. I think yeah, just like maybe 1, 2, maybe 3 if I don't transform the Cloistered Youth, and I don't see why I wouldn't. So the optional lifelink on the Cleaver didn't come in handy that often, but on the other hand, throwing the Cleaver onto a Markov Patrician, that's nice. Yeah, I'm swinging for 6 points of lifelink damage. Inquisitor's Flail, got that in here. It's it's a card that can go wrong for you badly, but in general, it's alright. It's not, you know, fantastic. It's not top of the line, but gets the job done, especially when you hook it up to, like, you know, a flyer, like a Vampire Interloper. That's nice. I got a Silver Chase Fox over here off to the side. I'm pretty sure that was part of the deck at some point. I'm not sure what happened here. My card count is way off. It's off by a couple of cards. I don't know what's going on here. It's not really a great card, but it's an okay card. It's a good filler card. I'm also missing a couple other cards. Maybe I had a Graveyard Shovel or a Silver Inlaid Dagger in there. I don't know. Rest of the sideboard was, you know, pretty much stuff I couldn't use. Couple Curse of the Pierced Heart and a Rakish Air. It's not enough red to play. Lumberknot, 2 Festerhide Boars, and Ambush Viper. That's not enough green to play. Oh, also I added to the Moth Hell for red. But, you know, 4 red cards, one of them requiring double red, it's not worth it. It's just seriously not. Corpse Lunge, it's actually more or less a removal card in black. I just chose not to use it because, well, because my creatures, you know, with the Unburial Rites, the ability to recur creatures twice, I'm thinking the Corpse Lunge was, you know, one of those cards that I'd be happier without. Excuse me. Wooden Stake. Yeah, I picked that up late. Oh, hey, look, more red. Holy crap. Fury of the Bitten. Not bad. Blood Crazed Neonate. Another Rakish Air. Okay, I could have gone probably black-red if I really wanted to, but I just think the white added more value to the deck. Armored Scab. A Frightful Delusion. Another Wooden Stake and a Ghoul Caller's Bell. Nothing special there. Those might have been in the deck. Prize Pool, I picked up a Back from the Brink, a Nevermore, and a Blood Gift Demon. I think of all those, the Blood Gift Demon's probably the most practical of them, though I think the Back from the Brink and the Nevermore are the only ones that are going to have real tricks associated with them, you know. I also picked up a 2/2 Flying Vampire token. Yay. And I probably should have just, like, drop those all whichever way down here. Makes it harder to clean these up and move them off to the side. You know, everything you got here, it's all like commons and uncommons aside from the stuff I picked up out of the prize pool. The deck did alright. Didn't do fantastic, but it did alright. Now second draft, now that was a very different animal. Oh yeah, I also got Shimmering Grotto in the deck as well. It's a nice little card to have in the deck if you're running more than one color. Second draft, me and a couple of the people, the drafting process itself was weird. A couple of times I made the comment, yeah, I forgot how to draft. Steven, aka Fluffy, was sitting like immediately to my right while we were drafting, and he did something I didn't like. Apparently he realized what colors I wasn't strongly in, and so he had no qualms about passing cards my direction and letting me hate them, and that wasn't cool. Because he saw me passing cards that I normally wouldn't pass on a second pack. So third pack, he's like, here you go, here you go, here you go. And I'm like, you dirty son of a... Because he's passing me stuff that I just can't let go. Because he's like, no, he's sitting there going like, no, why should I hate these cards? I know you will. And I'm like, you bastard. So I ended up playing 3-color pile. First round I got my butt handed to me hard. The deck just sat there and did nothing. Second and third rounds, however, I ripped people up good. I don't know what to say about that. I've mentioned before, 3-color deck, if you can make it work in draft, can be really powerful because you've got a broad selection of abilities. A broad selection of answers. Unfortunately, your mana base is usually pretty wonky, and that's what happened with this thing too. Because it's like I had one card that required double blue to cast, 2 that required double white to cast. Black was actually my odd man out color because everything I had in black only required a single black mana to cast, and only the Screeching Bat required double black, and that was just a transformer into a 5/5 ground pounder. And to be honest, I'm not even sure if I ever even drew the bat. So go fig, right? But I also had a strong spirit theme going. I mean, first of all, let's take a look at what I had here for evasion. Okay, so I got a Screeching Bat, a Vampire Interloper, a Voiceless Spirit. Now this is where it gets funky. 2 Gallows Wardens. They're both 3/3 flyers. As long as they're on the field, all other spirits you control get +0/+1. Okay. A Battleground Geist. It's a 3/3 spirit. As long as it's on the board, all other spirits you control get +1/+0. A Moon Heron, a 3/2 spirit bird. And a Lantern Spirit, a 2/1 flying spirit that you can pump blue to return to your hand. And okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 6 spirits here that all fly. So I had actually, when this deck got going, I actually had some respectable air power going on, which was kind of creepy. Filler creature had a Markov Patrician, 3/1 lifelinker. The lifelink came in handy. Control and removal card. What is this? This is, oh, I know what that is. That's off the packaging for the Graveborn that I reviewed earlier in the week. Anyways, control and removal cards. I got a Claustrophobia, Fiend Hunter, was basically just a white version of the old black card facelift Butcher. Abyssinian Priest. A Divine Reckoning. I believe that was my keeper out of this mess. A Dead Weight. Other miscellaneous cards. I had a Moment of Heroism. I Think Twice. Butcher's Cleaver. Mask of Avacyn. A Cellar Door, which never really came in handy. Just never came up. But I figured it would help me out since my deck felt a little creature light to me. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Now I know I had some rares in this deck. So that's other than those reckonings. So that's 19 cards right there. 19, 20, 21. Now I can't help but think I'm missing something here now. Because I don't think I'm going. But yeah, I also had the blue spirit that flies with power toughness equal to your cards in hand, and when it hits an opponent, when it deals combat damage to what's the exact text on this thing? Yay, phone. Deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. I had that in there. I also had an evil twin in there. I also picked up the Falkenrath Marauders, a foil Skursdag Cultist, and a Creeping Renaissance, but all that went into the prize pool. Excuse me. Right here, sideboard of this Mamma Jamma, there's Night Terrors, Bitterheart Witch, which I was tempted to run actually just because she's Death Touch. But I just couldn't justify the 5 mana for it. Pair of Ghoul Callers, Chance, I thought about running those. Pair of Ghoul Erasers, unfortunately they can only get zombies back, and they'd be the only zombies in the deck. Mind you, of course, having the Ghoul Razor Do-Si-Do with jump blocking, it's nice. It's like, bam, there's a Ghoul Razor. I jump block with a Ghoul Razor. He dies, goes to graveyard. I play a Ghoul Razor. I get this one back in my hand. I jump block with that Ghoul Razor. He dies, goes to graveyard. I play the one I got back earlier. Get the first one back. The second one, or whatever number he was. Damn it. But yeah, if you can do that little recursion Do-Si-Do, whether it be with Grave Diggers, Ghoul Callers, there's a flying version somewhere in Zendikar block, if I recall correctly. So it's like, yeah, like I said, the graveyard Do-Si-Do with recursive creatures like that, with creatures that recur other creatures. Nice stuff. Unused blue, I had a Scab Goliath, Makeshift Mauler, and an Armored Scab. Didn't want to run any of them. Pair of Stitcher's Apprentice, they're combo-rific. Unfortunately, I didn't get anything to combo them with. I picked up a single Orchard Spirit. Yeah, I'm almost as puzzled by that as you are. 2 Nightbird's Clutches, Curse, Night Hunt, Traitorous Blood, a non-foil Skursdag Cultist, Pitchburn Devils. Out of the prize pool, I picked up a foil Moment to Heroism, a Skursdag High Priest, and I got my Marauders back. Yay. I like the Falkenrath Marauders, I really do, but I've just never been able to play them. Red's a hard color to draft in this set, because all of the good cards just get snapped up like that. Sort of like last week, one fellow was asking my advice putting together his deck. He does white-green, and he was trying to splash red for a single Brimstone Volley. And I'm like, okay, let me see what you got here. And I'm looking over his deck, and he's got like 6 white and green removal cards. He's got like Abyssinian Priests and Rebukes and Prey Upon. And I'm looking at this, and I'm like, I just turned and was like, I take the volley and I toss it aside. Cut the volley. Don't splash red just for one volley. He's like, really? Look at how much removal you have in here. He's like, yeah. He came right from it. He was getting greedy with trying to run more removal. And I can't blame people for trying to run removal. I think removal's great. Removal covers a lot of weaknesses in a deck. What do you mean your only threat is a vanilla 1/1? My only threat's a vanilla 1/1. What else does your deck have in it? Removal. Lots and lots of removal. The only thing that's staying on the board is that vanilla 1/1. That would be kind of interesting, you know, because they had the, I can't remember what it's called, this green enchantment back in Time Spiral block that said all creatures without abilities get +2/+2. That would make for an interesting Wrath of God variant. Destroy all creatures destroy all creatures that have any special abilities. They can't be regenerated. That'd be pretty awesome. That'd be fun. That would be fun. Alright, so I'm gonna wrap this up, get all this stuff put away, get a shower in, pull these out of sleeves, get my stuff packed up. Hopefully get out the door before. What time is it? 4:28. Hopefully, not wagering on, but hopefully I can get out the door before 5, or at the very least before 5:30. I don't have high expectations of how nice traffic is going to look, you know? Alright. Be good, fellas. Stay safe.